Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be testing out the brand new Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Foundation. I had seen people started reviewing this and I was like, wow, I wonder what that is. And I've seen some reviews on it, so I thought it would be really interesting to try, considering it's like a protective makeup, which I've honestly never heard of. Like, the only protective thing I know of is like sunscreen. So if you guys want to see how this looks on the skin, what kind of finish it is, how I feel about it, pricing, all that stuff, keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn your post notifications on so you are notified every time I upload, and make sure you check out my social media. They're linked here on the page as well as down in the description bar. Let's get started with the video, guys. First off, I'm going to start by moisturizing my face. I just washed my face. I'm using this moisturizer right now. It's from Simple. It's called Replenishing Rich Moisturizer 12-Hour Moisturization. I ran out of my moisture balm from Garnier, so I just picked this up instead. I hear really good things about Simple skincare because it's meant for sensitive skin and it doesn't have any like parabens and dyes and fragrances in their products, which is really cool. I do like the idea of that. Right now, my skin is fairly dry. I did start using a new cleanser, which is very drying for my acne. So I have a lot of dryness right here. I have some redness, some dry spots on some old acne marks. So I just picked this up thinking maybe it could help with the dryness that I have going on. For this product, I got it at the drugstore. You can get it at Walmart, Walgreens, a drugstore like CVS, any pharmacy you can pick this up at. I think I paid $10.99 for this, I want to say. Let me go on to their website and see what it retails for and look up the details of this foundation. So on Maybelline's website, it says here that it is $12.99. So I might have paid $12.99 for it. And there's SPF in this, SPF 50, which is great for the summer months because, you know, especially if you're fair skin tone as me, I get sunburned within 5 minutes of being in the sun. So I do like that a lot, that this has sunscreen in it. Also, for those of you that don't know, I did change my hair color. It's like a blue-gray now. So yeah, it's like darker at the roots here, like a darker blue-gray, and then it fades into like a lighter blue-gray. So I've been really loving that as well. I got the shade 110 Porcelain, which I think is the second to lightest shade in the collection. So it's their first protective foundation makeup. They have no other products like this, so this is the first time that they are launching a product like this. And it says here, Dream Urban Cover is a flawless coverage protective makeup. This lightweight formula has broad spectrum SPF 50 and is enriched with antioxidants to protect against pollution. And depending on where you live, pollution's a great problem. I know, like in California, LA, all that stuff, Vegas, there's a lot of pollution there. So here in PA, I think we're pretty lucky when it comes to the pollution here, but it is still cool to venture out into protective makeup in my opinion. The benefits that are listed here, it says, experience Maybelline's first protective foundation makeup specifically formulated to shield skin from harmful environmental aggressors. This lightweight foundation has broad spectrum SPF 50 and is enriched with antioxidants to protect against pollution. It not only leaves a natural looking finish but protects skin day after day, available in 16 shades, and it is dermatologist tested. And to apply this, you can blend with your fingertips, a beauty sponge, or a makeup sponge. And when looking at the ingredients, they don't look bad. One of the ingredients though is caffeine, which I think is really interesting. So I don't know what benefit you'll get from the caffeine, but I just think that's really cool. I haven't seen a foundation that has caffeine in it before. So yeah, I like that as a natural finish. I don't like dewy, but I don't like too matte. I like more of like radiant satin natural finishes, so I think I am going to like this. So it does come in a squeezy tube, which I actually really like because I feel like you can control more product that comes out with the squeezy tube than a pump. So I do like the idea behind that. I'm gonna start by shaking this. Since it is a liquidy formula, I just don't want it like separating in the bottle, like with the oils in one place and the moisturizer in a different place. So I'm just going to mix it up very well. And it didn't say what skin types it's good for. I'm gonna assume it's for all skin types, but I'm just going to let's prime our face real quick. For primer, because this is a Maybelline foundation, I'm just going to use a Maybelline primer since most makeup companies make their makeup work around their other makeup products. So I'm just going to go in with the Master Prime. This is a silicone primer. It's a blur and pore minimize primer from Maybelline, and I'm just going to apply this right in the areas where I have some large pores. And this is just going to help blur the skin and make your skin a nice smooth canvas for application. And I am going to apply it on my cheeks as well and on my chin. All right, so I have zoomed you guys in. I'm gonna start by applying this foundation, and I'm actually just gonna like squeeze it on my face. I don't know how much I need, so I'm just gonna start out with a little bit. And basically we're just gonna start on the forehead, the cheeks, the nose, and the chin. And I'm just going to take a Morphe beauty sponge, and I am just going to start blending this in. I believe this is supposed to be a full coverage. Now, I didn't apply an excessive amount of product, but right off the bat, I don't think it's full coverage. I think right now it's just like a very light coverage. But again, that's why, because I didn't apply a large amount of product. As you can still see, like my redness and my blemishes. I do want to say though, it's very lightweight. I can't even like feel it on my skin at all. I don't feel any heaviness whatsoever, which I do like, because there are some foundations out there that can feel really cakey and just make your skin feel like dirty in a way. Like it just feels so heavy and it feels like you need to wash your face. I don't think that with this foundation. I honestly, it feels like I don't even have any on, which is really, really cool, because I like foundations where I can't feel them on my face. It kind of just feels right now like it's a My Skin But Better type of foundation, which isn't a bad thing at all, because, you know, sometimes we like a lighter coverage on certain days. But this is just with one little small layer. Again, it's not full coverage. You can see my blemishes, my redness, stuff like that, but I do think it kind of evens out the skin tone just a little bit. I'm gonna go in with another layer, and I'm just going to do it in the same method that I did it previously, and we're gonna see if it will give us some better coverage and if it's buildable. With the second layer, it's definitely buildable. I don't see it becoming any cakey or anything like that. Again, like if there is cakiness on my face, it's because I do have some dry spots that foundation is going to cling to, because that's what foundation does. And I didn't exfoliate my face before this, so if you see any type of cakiness, just keep that in mind, that it is just my dry spots and not the foundation itself. See, as you guys can see here, it is kicking up a little bit there and like kind of a little bit in my forehead area. But overall, I think it looks really, really good on the skin. Let me turn my brightness down for you guys. So right now, you guys can see it looks good. It looks really, really nice and smooth on the skin. It's a little bit tacky and it is transferring a little bit. However, I think with some setting powder that will fix that. But overall, I do not think that this is a full coverage foundation. I would say it's a light to medium finish, and I'm just going to keep it at 2 layers. I like full coverage, so this probably wouldn't be something I would pick up every day. But I do think that this is a really great makeup product for like a no makeup look, if you know what I'm saying. I think this looks really, really nice. I'm actually gonna go in with a new concealer as well. I did pick up a Milani concealer at Ulta, and I've heard really good things about this as well. I've heard that it's kind of like a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape, so I do want to test that since I do and am familiar with Tarte Shape Tape. So this is the concealer. This is what it looks like. It just comes in this really nice packaging with a gold rimmed handle, and this is supposed to be a long wear concealer. I am going to look up the benefits of this concealer. I know that basically I mentioned in the video that it's just going to be the foundation review, but I really want to try this, so I'm just going to throw this in here. It's basically just going to be like a new foundation and concealer review, and like I always mention in my previous videos, like I really think the drugstore is stepping it up. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, like I need to try that. I was gonna get the powder, but at the Ulta I was at, they didn't have any powder at all displayed, so I just kind of assumed they didn't have it there, but I will pick up the powder at some point. For this concealer, it's cruelty-free vegan. It says here for the description, creamy full coverage, water resistant makeup. Now, I don't know how much I believe things are water resistant, kind of like transfer proof. I don't know. I think that's a really cool claim though, but I do think that I feel like makeup would be hard to make water resistant. Conceals and lasts up to 12 hours, perfect for concealing under eye circles, blemishes, and skin discoloration. Formula contains vitamin E to help replenish skin's moisture and is available in 18 shades. So that is really cool, and this retails for $8.99. The shade that I picked up was 110 Nude Ivory. I believe this is the second to light shade. I didn't think the light shades were that light. Like, I do think that this might be too dark for me, but I'm not really going for a bright under eye anymore. I'm kind of wanting to go with concealers that are more of the same color as my foundation right now. So when you pull this out, it does have a doe foot applicator. It's kind of just like a flat applicator, if you guys can see that. So I'm going to, you can see my dark circles are in full effect. I'm going to see if this can cover my dark circles and my redness and blemishes. Right off the bat, this has a really peachy undertone, I can tell, so that's probably a very good thing, especially for correcting dark circles. Peach cancels out any blues and purples, which I have under my eyes. So I'm just going to start out with a light amount, and we are going to start blending this right into the skin. So it blended really easily. As you guys can see, that eye's already blended, which I like. It does blend into the foundation really, really well, meaning like I don't see like a discoloration separation. Sometimes like if you use a concealer that's too dark or darker than the foundation, it can look a little bit weird, but I think it looks pretty good so far. Very easy to blend in, very smooth on the skin, and I would say that it is pretty well full coverage. As you can see, like my redness and my blemishes for the most part had disappeared, and put some around my mouth and on my chin as well. So I actually really like that. I think the face is looking really, really fresh. I am going to set it with some powder, and then we'll go in and put some products over the foundation and concealer. So for powder, I'm going to just go in with my Laura Mercier A powder, and I'm just going to set my whole face. I'm just going to speed through this. Alright, so I have the powder on. This is what the skin is looking like. I don't think it looks overly dry. I do think that it is more of like a natural finish like it states. But yeah, I really do like how my face looks right now. I think it looks really, really natural. Like I said, more of like a no makeup look. I'm going to go in with some bronzer and blush and highlighter and see how everything blends over top of the foundation. I'm going to take the L'Oreal Bronze It bronzer and just put this in where my cheekbones are to chisel out my face. I do think this is a good blend. Like, I think it matches my neck pretty well, and I'm not really good at shade matching, to be honest, but I do like that. I think that this is like a good shade for me. I'm just gonna bronze up my forehead a little bit, just like that. Looking where I put the bronzer, I don't see any cakiness or like any patchiness on my face, which is also a plus. I'm gonna take this blush that I've been loving. This is the Note Cosmetics blush in the color Desert Rose. It's like a very corally orange blush. I've been really into nude blushes recently and like more coral blushes, so I'm going to put this right on my cheekbones, add some color back into our face, and I think that it is blending really nicely over the foundation as well. I know sometimes when you put on foundations and you like go over them, sometimes you can feel like the brush tugging on the foundation. I don't feel that with this, so I really like that. Everything is going on so smoothly. I'm gonna go in with some highlighter now. I actually got a new highlighter that I want to test out as well. I got this from Ulta a couple weeks ago. This is from Juvia's Place. I'm really excited to try this out. I don't own anything from Juvia's Place, and a review is coming for the Juvia's Place foundation. But I picked up this highlighter, and I think it's in the shade, this is the Tribe Highlighter Volume 3. If you guys can see, you can see that I've already swatched it. It's just a really pretty like champagne highlighter. So I'm gonna apply this to my cheekbones, and because I have like a dried out blemish there, it is going to get exaggerated with this highlight since it's right on like where I would put my highlighter. But this is blinding, you guys. Holy crap. And I didn't even wet my brush or anything, but this, wow, that is beautiful. I'm just gonna put a little bit up here above my brow, put some on my nose and above my Cupid's bow. Wow, I really like this highlighter. I'm looking really dewy, and like it's like a wet highlighter look, so I love that. I'm gonna definitely keep using this. So I'm going to fill in my brows, add some mascara and stuff off camera, and I will be right back for my final thoughts. All right, you guys, so I actually decided not to put any mascara on since I'm gonna film an eyeshadow look after this, but this is what my face is looking like right now. As you guys can see, it looks really, really pretty. The foundation blended very well. Again, I don't think it's full coverage, and the products over top of it blended very well. The concealer blended very fast as well. I don't feel like I see any oxidation yet. I know sometimes with foundations that have sunscreen in them, they can oxidize, but I think this is a beautiful finish. I think that my pores are a little bit minimized. You can't really see them that well. But yeah, you guys, I really love how this look turned out. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. I definitely recommend these two products, and I would definitely tell you to get your hands on them. Again, I have severely oily skin, and I think that this foundation looks beautiful on my skin. I think it'll look really good on dry skin as well. I don't know what skin types it's for, but it's such a lightweight formula that I just feel like it would work for all skin types. So yeah, you guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn your post notifications on so you are notified every time I upload, and check out my social medias. They are linked down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.